question is, I saw a video on TikTok early this morning, and what I saw was a man, a man coming to bring his child some food. He brought his child some McDonald's, and clearly the woman is his baby mother. He brings the woman the food, for the kid, and she looks in the bag. She looks at it, and then she got all types of attitude, and she's like, "Wait a minute, you know, why is there not food for the other children?" And pretty much he's like, "The food is for my daughter. I brought this for my daughter." She said, "Well, I got other kids." She said, "I told you don't bring no food. Yeah, don't bring no other food if you ain't bringing none for the rest of my kids. Don't bring her food if you're not gonna bring the rest of my kids some."
Right.
So I say this to say, the rest of her kids are not his kids. Him and this woman, they have one kid together, so he brought her food. Yeah, he brought that one child food, and she has a problem with it, and she's stating that if you're gonna bring her some food, you got to bring all my kids some food, whether they your kids or not. And clearly they're not. So my question to you is, what do you think of this situation?
So what I think is, if those are not his children, he shouldn't have to take care of them. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
him and that woman are no longer together. His
Correct.
responsibility is his child. So in reality, he don't have to bring food for the other kids. Really, he really don't. It's not his responsibility. His
Exactly.
his responsibility is his child.
That's it.
So the only person he should be bringing food to, unless now if he wanted to bring the other kids food, that's on him and that's cool. But he's
Mhm.
not. It's not like a must. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, him and the woman is no longer together, right? That's his ex.
That's his ex, exactly,
They
and only his
have,
baby mother.
they have that one baby together. Yeah, that's all
Mhm.
he has, that one baby. She should ask her other fathers, her other baby daddies, to bring the children food from McDonald's, or she buy food.
Exactly. And
Yeah,
I'm not saying I know her situation, but if they had that discussion and she said, "Well, come on now, you got to be fair," because that's what she said. She said, "You need to be fair about the situation." And she's like, "Well, I'm just making this up because I don't know how true it is. But if she came and she was like, well, the other, my other kids' fathers, they're not in the kid's life. So, I mean, come on." And it's like, to me, I'm like, no, still.
I mean I get that, but at the end of the day,
Mhm.
you know, it's not his responsibility to
It's
take
really
care of
not.
the kids that he. I'm sorry, it's not his responsibility to take care of the kids that she had with other men. His
Correct.
responsibility is his child.
And it's child only.
You know what I'm saying? That's the
Absolutely.
responsibility. So, he might not be able to. You don't know his situation either. He might not be able to afford to take care of other men's children.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if he wanted to be nice and buy all the kids McDonald's, that would have been cool too. But that's his choice.
That's his choice.
You know what I'm saying? His
You
responsibility
can't force, you can't force,
is his daughter.
exactly.
Yeah.
You cannot you cannot force him to buy food for your other kids. Those are not his kids. Those are your kids. Because I'm telling you now, if I was in his shoes, I would
Hmm.
be the same way because I have one kid by you.
Yeah. If he
Because I'm
buy,
paying, and if I'm paying child support, guess what? I'm paying child support for one kid. I'm not paying child support for all your kids. I'm only paying child support for one kid. So with that being said, I'm bringing food and I'm bringing food for that one child, and I have the right to do that. You cannot stop me from doing that. Period.
Right. Uh-huh.
So
So he buy
uh,
shoes for his child. He got to buy shoes for all the kids. If he
that's
buy
pretty much
food,
what she's saying. Whatever you like,
if
that's
he
like
buy
saying
food,
to me, that's like
but
saying, oh, you not only got to buy them food, but when Christmas comes, you got to buy them presents too. If you're gonna buy one daughter kid, uh, yeah, if you're gonna buy your daughter presents, you got to buy my other kids presents too. No,
so that's what she's saying.
that's clearly what she's saying, and that's crazy to me. You can't be like that. He is not obligated to do that at all.
Right.
Mm,
Absolutely.
mm-mm. That's a whole no. Because me, if I was in his shoes, I wouldn't do it either. Would there ever be a time where I might be nice? Probably. But in this situation, mm-mm, I wouldn't because it's like you're forcing me to take care of kids that are not my kids. I only
That,
had one child by you. That's the only one I need to be paying attention to. That's the only one I need to be looking forward to. So guess what? I'm looking out for my kid. I'm doing what I supposed to do. And don't you dare go to the court and tell the court, "Oh, I'm not taking care of my children. I'm not
mhm.
taking care of my child." You can't do that. And from the way she act, I can tell she's one of them the ones that would do that.
Really.
Mhm. So I would have been like, "No, she's trying to make me take care of all of her children."
That's crazy.
It is. I have one kid by this woman, not the rest of these kids. Those are not my kids. And guess what? While she thinking she right, guess what the judge gonna say?
Mhm.
Ma'am, ma'am, those are not his kids.
Right.
He does not have to buy food for the other kids. Those are not his kids. If he chooses to do that, that's what he chooses to do. But clearly, he didn't set up to buy food for those kids, but his only child. And that's it. They would have looked at her crazy. They're like, honey, we're gonna throw this case out.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Yeah. I that's my I like I said, I don't think he is obligated. It's not his responsibility. And
right.
he got one kid and one kid on.
That's it. And that's the only one he needs to be looking out for. That's it. That's all.
See, it be a lot of craziness going on with this baby mom, baby daddy stuff.
It really does.
Too much going on.
Way too much going on. That's just crazy. Like shit that ain't supposed to happen is happening. Yeah, so that's wild to me. When I saw that, I'm like, are you kidding me? I gotta discuss this. And I will be doing a stitch later on about that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Mm.
But yeah, that's just crazy to me. Like how people can do stuff like that.
What's her mindset? Cause I guess in her mind, if he bring a one child McDonald's, the other children gonna see it and they gonna want McDonald's too. So that's probably why she's thinking, well,
Hmm.
buy your kid McDonald's, buy all the kids McDonald's. Because they go see her eat McDonald's and they go want McDonald's. So
Right.
I'm sure that's her reasoning behind it.
Hmm.
But at the same time, even though that's her reasoning, you can't force him to go out and buy McDonald's for all your kids.
Exactly. You can't do that, and it's not allowed. Because guess what? From the way he's set up, he's not going to do that. He's only looking to take care of one child and one child only.
In his mind, he's only looking out for his own child.
That's it.
They broken up. It's not his responsibility. That's what he looking at. You had these children by other men, and it's not my responsibility. That's the way he looking at it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's exactly how you looking at it. And she just gotta deal with it. Point blank period. Case closed.
So what you think about one child eating McDonald's and the other child with the other children watching her eat it and they can't get it?
You said what I think about that?
Yeah.
I would like for the kids' sake, I would hate that to be, because don't no kid want to see another kid getting some McDonald's and they can't get it. You know how we were as kids, when we loved our little Happy Meals growing up. So to know that another kid getting McDonald's and you're not, yeah, the kids will be, very upset. I would hate it for them. I wouldn't like that for them. But at the same time, I mean, what can you do? And on her end, to make sure that don't happen, like I said, I don't know if the fathers was in their life or not. Clearly they can't be. But as for her, and that would have happened, that would have been enough to say, hey, okay, let me go ahead because she got she got McDonald's. I gotta make sure my other kids got McDonald's because that's not my baby daddy's responsibility.
Hmm.
So yeah, I would.
You went out. I believe you went out.